Abraham Lincoln, born on February 12th, 1809, in a log cabin in Kentucky, is one of the most well known figures in American history. His early life was full of struggles as his family was poor and he had little access to formal education. His father, Thomas Lincoln, was a farmer and carpenter, and his mother, Nancy Lincoln, died when he was just 9 years old. Despite the hardships, Lincoln was determined to learn. He was mostly self taught, reading books whenever he could, and quickly developed a strong sense of curiosity and a passion for knowledge. As a young man, Lincoln moved to Illinois, where he worked various jobs, including splitting wood and running a small general store. His interest in law and politics grew, and he started studying law on his own. In 1834, Lincoln was elected to the Illinois state legislature, marking the beginning of his political career. He later became a lawyer and gained a reputation for being honest and fair, earning him the nickname Honest Abe. Lincoln's rise in politics was steady. He served one term in the U.S. House of Representatives from 1847 to 1849. However, it was his stance against slavery that truly defined his political legacy. He believed that slavery was morally wrong and should not be allowed to spread into new American territories. While his famous debates with Stephen A. Douglas in 1858 were famous, they did not win him a Senate seat, but they made him a national figure and a strong voice against the expansion of slavery. In 1860, Lincoln was elected as the 16th President of the United States. His election caused deep divisions in the country, especially in the southern states where slavery was deeply rooted. Soon after he took office, several southern states seceded from the Union, leading to the outbreak of the American Civil War in 1861. Lincoln's primary goal during the war was to preserve the Union, and he worked tirelessly to keep the country from splitting apart. While his description of democracy, being a government of the people, for the people, and by the people, is most publicized, one of Lincoln's most famous acts as president was the Emancipation Proclamation issued on January 1st, 1863. This proclamation declared that all slaves in the Confederate States were to be set free. While it didn't immediately free all slaves, it marked a turning point in the war and the nation's approach to slavery. Lincoln believed that the nation could not survive as half slave and half free, and he made it his mission to ensure freedom for all. After years of bloody conflict, the Civil War ended in 1865 with the Union's victory. However, Lincoln's triumph was short-lived. On April 14th, 1865, just days after the war ended, Lincoln was shot by John Wilkes Booth, a Confederate sympathizer, while attending a play at Ford Theater in Washington, D.C. He died the next day on April 15th, becoming the first U.S. president to be assassinated. Abraham Lincoln's legacy endures as a symbol of freedom, equality, and unity. His leadership during one of the most turbulent times in American history helped shape the nation into what it is today, and he is remembered as one of the greatest presidents in U.S. history.